Java, you should come to Wit-Witan Market. The traditional market, which becomes one of favorite places in Banyuwangi, is located at Alas Malang Village, Singojuru Sub-District, Banyuwangi. The market opens every Sunday morning, starting from 6 until 10 a.m. local time. Under the shady tree, you can enjoy various traditional culinaries of Banyuwangi, such as gesang bangsong. Gesang bangsong is a typical food of Wijenan Kidul Hamlet, Singolatren Village, Singojuru Sub-District. Gesang bangsong is a special menu and rarely found, which is made from duck meat as its main ingredient and wadung yang leaf that adds a unique sour taste. Wadung tree is many found and growing wild at the village. Besides giving sour taste, wadung leaf is also used to remove fishy smell from duck meat. The duck must be the big one, so it is usually used male duck for cooking gesang bangsong. Besides wadung yang leaf, this culinary is also cooked with other spices such as cayenne, onion, and garlic. Gesang bangsong has savory and spicy taste. Spicy taste mixed with sour taste certainly produce delicious food. In Banyuwangi, the food is usually served when Islamic events being conducted, such as the birth of Prophet Muhammad, Eid al-Fitr, and Eid Adha. But now, gesang bangsong can be found at Wit-Witan Market every Sunday. The price of the food is affordable, which is around 20,000 rupiahs to 25,000 rupiahs per portion. In addition to taste gesang bangsong, you can also enjoy other typical culinaries of Banyuwangi, such as rawon alas, sego cawu, as well as traditional snack such as tiwul and gatot, which is made from cassava. Well, listener, that was our segment of Indonesian Wonder for today. I'm Puri Safridadela. Thank you for listening.
Voice of Indonesia.
Voice of Indonesia from Indonesia to the world. Welcome to today's dialogue. And our focus today is on the recent donation of Russian literary works and digital resources to the National Library of Indonesia. To explore the meaning and benefits of this donation, we are honored to speak with Professor Aminudin Aziz, MA, PhD, Director of National Library of the Republic of Indonesia. Welcome to today's dialogue from Voice of Indonesia, Mr. Aminudin Aziz.
Okay, thank you very much, Barama, and to the listeners of Voice of Indonesia.
Pleasure is ours, Pa Aminudin. Thank you for joining us on today's dialogue. And regarding book donation from Russia, what is actually the significance of this book donation for the National Library and for cultural relations, of course, between Indonesia and Russia?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to this program. And this is our pleasure to share with you, the audience of Voice of Indonesia, about the donation that we have from the Russian State Library. This is the donation that we received from the Russian State Library, and the significance for us, of course, is this not only the symbol for relationship that we have had, and it's not only the addition of the collection of the library, but this also demonstrates and indicates the better relationship between Indonesia and Russia. And I would like to emphasize the significance of this donation as part of the soft diplomacy that has been campaigned for many years by the government of the Republic of Indonesia. So, in other words, that this donation signifies the good relationship between Indonesia and Russia, and this is the implementation of what we have known as the soft diplomacy. And this time, this soft diplomacy is carried out through national library.
Voice of Indonesia.
Voice of Indonesia from Indonesia to the world. Welcome to today's dialogue. And our focus today is on the recent donation of Russian literary works and digital resources to the National Library of Indonesia. To explore the meaning and benefits of this donation, we are honored to speak with Professor Aminudin Aziz, MA, PhD, Director of National Library of the Republic of Indonesia. Welcome to today's dialogue from Voice of Indonesia, Mr. Aminudin Aziz.
Okay, thank you very much, Barama, and to the listeners of Voice of Indonesia.
Pleasure is ours, Pak Aminudin. Thank you for joining us on today's dialogue. And regarding book donation from Russia, what is actually the significance of this book donation for the National Library and for cultural relations, of course, between Indonesia and Russia?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to this program. And this is our pleasure to share with you, the audience of Voice of Indonesia, about the donation that we have from the Russian State Library. This is the donation that we received from the Russian State Library, and the significance for us, of course, is this not only the symbol for relationship that we have had, and it's not only the addition of the collection of the library, but this also demonstrates and indicates the better relationship between Indonesia and Russia. And I would like to emphasize the significance of this donation as part of the soft diplomacy that has been campaigned for many years by the government of the Republic of Indonesia. So, in other words, that this donation signifies the good relationship between Indonesia and Russia, and this is the implementation of what we have known as the soft diplomacy. And this time, this soft diplomacy is carried out through National Library of Indonesia.
And now we'd like to know what types of books that are donated by Russia and why these books are important for Indonesian public.
The donations are of two kinds. One is the books, in the printed books, and the other one is in the digital forms. The books that we have received from them comprise of the literary works by famous authors from Russia, and this is all the books on literature, right? The printed materials. And the digital form is in the form of the electronic mobile library, and this digital formats consist of millions of references about the literature, about the philosophy, science, technology, and some other works written by Russian writers. So this collection is very rich, and we will provide this to Indonesian readers who are interested in knowing more about the content. Right.
Okay, both printed and digital. So complete.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
is this the first time that Russia has donated books to Indonesia, or has there been previous cooperation of this kind?
Well, in terms of the time of donation, although this is not the very first time that Russia has contributed to us, to the National Library, but in this formats, right, in the digital form, this is the first time, right?
Digital form,
And probably because of the development of the technology, and this indicates the very significant influence of the technology. I mean, now younger readers are more interested in reading through digital format rather than on printed materials. And we have this kind of resources now, not only in the printed books, but also in the digital formats. And we hope more readers will access this readily.
Okay, with more options for
Yes.
the lovers of book scent, smell of book, or digital form. Digital forms here, is it like what format? Like file
This is
or
like
tablet?
in the tablets,
Oh.
right? We receive 5 tablets, and we will transform this into our facilities. And this is to enable the readers to access these collections easily, right? Because if we only provide this through tablets, and there will be only 5 people who can use these tablets, right? And if this can be transformed in other formats, then I think the benefits will be more for the Indonesian readers.
Okay, Mr. Aminudin, now when it comes to the National Library's expectations regarding the impact of these books on Indonesian readers, especially the younger generation.
Well, the collection consists of so many kinds, It can be, it is about the literature, it's about science, technology, and the general affairs of Russian people. So I have found the titles very interesting, and we hope that this collection of books and the digital literature from Russia will attract and encourage Indonesian younger generation to read more. And I hope, of course, they will understand more about Russian literature. And this collection also provides the potential for sharpening the critical thinking skills of Indonesian readers about the global affairs, right? Especially from Russian perspective, because the collection accommodates very wide horizons from the authors, Russian authors. So in short, I would say that Indonesian younger generation or readers will benefit a lot from reading the collection from Russia.
Okay, and to introduce this collection, does the National Library plan to organize special programs like exhibitions or discussions?
Well, first of all, of course, we will publicly announce the availability of the collection. And as I have agreed with the Russian ambassador here in Jakarta, we will host a kind of book discussion, and we will invite Indonesian people to attend. Like the first event that we had 2 weeks ago was the film screening from the Russian embassy. And I think this is a kind of exposure that we can have for Indonesian readers. And book discussion or exhibitions are also possible to be held in National Library and also in our branch offices in Bukit Tinggi or in Blitar, because we have 2 branches. And also we can offer this to our partners in provincial libraries if they are interested in hosting kind of discussions.
Okay, may reach the provincial level. Okay, now talking about libraries in general, in the context of international relations, how do you see the role of libraries as bridges between cultures?
Well, as I have mentioned earlier, that we have been talking a lot about the importance of having soft diplomacy. Libraries can play very pivotal role or significant roles in establishing this kind of relationships between countries or among countries. It depends on whether we are talking about bilateral or multilateral relationships. And libraries will become the place where exchange of ideas, exchange of knowledge can be become the platform. And this can enrich the understanding of people of countries, of the 2 countries, let's say here in Indonesia and in Russia. And this kind of understanding is important in the context of diplomacy, foreign diplomacy. And library can become one of the instrumental vehicles for establishing this kind of understanding, because this is a kind of very peaceful diplomacy where we can exchange ideas.
Peaceful diplomacy. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. So besides with Russia, any similar cooperation with other countries that the National Library has been running?
Well, since my assignment as the head of the National Library, I have spoken to so many partners overseas that we are very interested in establishing collaborations. We have signed some agreements, like the ones with the United Kingdom, the British Library. We have also signed agreement with SOAS in London. We have signed agreement with Berlin Library. And I think this is a very important steps for us in establishing these collaborations, because we understand that this kind of collaboration is important to create more understanding and exchange of collections, so that more understanding and better understanding of people of each nations will exist accordingly.
Any upcoming programs or events with the other countries?
Well, like if the one that we have is in Barcelona,
Yes.
we will present the initiative that we have in Indonesia for preserving cultural heritage, and this is in conjunction with the appreciation that we have received from UNESCO and JIKJI in South Korea for the initiative that we have been doing in preserving cultural heritage through the preservation of manuscripts. And Indonesia has long experience on this in preserving this cultural heritage, and we will share what kind of practices that we have had so far and how library plays the significant roles in preserving this kind of heritage.
Okay.
So this will be taking place in Barcelona in October.
October. Looking forward
Yes.
for it. So,
Yes.
what message would you like to convey to the international community especially through this donation?
Well, I of course would like to invite more collaboration with our global partners, and I would say that this donation is very powerful to strengthen the understanding of the nations, and literacy resources that we have, will be beneficial for our people in establishing this understanding. And through this collaboration, we can work together to build a world that is more knowledgeable, more tolerant, and more harmonious. This is the message that I would like to convey to our global partners everywhere.
Okay, stay literate and knowledgeable
Yes.
through the powerful and peaceful diplomacy.
Yes.
All right, Professor Aminudin Aziz, MA PhD, Director of National Library of the Republic of Indonesia. Thank you so much for
My
your
pleasure.
time on today's dialogue on
Thank
the
you.
book Donation from Russia and also the cultural cooperation and diplomacy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, listeners, that's today's special dialogue from Voice of Indonesia. Make sure you keep tuning in for more inspiring and insightful dialogue from Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Voice of Indonesia.